Don't skip the number 10, the silent collapse, because this is the most dangerous truth about the human brain that nobody talks about. Once the mind starts collapsing silently, even a normal life feels like torture. Hidden mind control. Have you ever felt normal, then suddenly your heart starts racing for no reason? A small problem feels huge, your head gets heavy, and your mind feels overloaded with thoughts. The truth is, today's biggest problem is not physical pain, but mental pressure. Most people don't realize their brain is under constant stress. From morning to night, people stay connected to phones, social media, and negative news. This keeps the brain in a continuous alert state. That's why small things now feel bigger than they are. A message can change your mood. One thought can ruin your whole day. Overthinking becomes normal. Science shows that stress releases a chemical called cortisol. In small amounts it helps, but in long-term stress it damages the brain, affecting sleep, patience, and emotions. People often say, "I'm just stressed," but inside their mind is asking for peace. Today, humans are more connected than ever, but mentally more disturbed. Too much comparison, fear, and noise are exhausting the brain. Imagine a phone running non-stop without restart. It heats up. The human mind works the same way. Healing is simple but ignored. Rest, silence, deep breathing, and less screen time. Not every thought is real. Not every fear will happen. A calm mind is stronger than a stressed one. The real battle today is inside the mind, and the one who controls it controls everything. Brain under attack. Right now, millions of people are silently losing control of their minds, and they don't even realize it. Modern life is attacking the human brain every second. Stress, fear, toxic content, pressure, and non-stop information are slowly changing human behavior. People get angry faster. They lose patience quickly. Small problems feel dangerous. Why? Because the brain never truly rests anymore. The human mind was never designed to handle this much noise every day. Phones, notifications, comparisons, and fake lifestyles overload the brain until it becomes mentally exhausted. Scientists say too much stress keeps the brain in survival mode. In this state, the body releases stress chemicals again and again. Over time, this affects sleep, emotions, memory, and even blood pressure. That's why many people now feel tired even after resting. Their body is sitting still, but their brain is running non-stop. The scariest part is that people think this is normal. They laugh online while secretly fighting anxiety inside. They smile in public but feel mentally broken when alone. A disturbed mind can destroy confidence, relationships, and peace without making a sound. But the brain can also heal. Silence, deep sleep, less negativity, and time away from screens can slowly reset the mind. Remember this carefully. A weak body can recover quickly, but a damaged mind changes everything. The greatest war today is not on streets. It is happening inside human brains. Mental poison effect. There are people walking, smiling, and talking normally, but inside their mind is slowly collapsing. The dangerous thing about mental damage is that it cannot always be seen. A person may look fine outside while fighting chaos inside their brain. Today, humans consume more negativity than ever before. Fear, toxic news, pressure, fake success, and non-stop comparison are poisoning the mind every single day. The brain absorbs everything repeatedly seen and heard. Negative thoughts slowly become beliefs, and beliefs begin controlling behavior. That is why many people now feel angry, empty, impatient, or emotionally tired without understanding the real reason. Scientists say the brain reacts to emotional stress almost like physical danger. The body releases stress hormones, heartbeat changes, and the nervous system stays under pressure. Over time, this mental poison affects sleep, focus, emotions, and even health. The worst part is that most people never stop to heal their mind. They distract themselves instead. More scrolling, more noise, more fake entertainment. But silence is powerful. A peaceful mind thinks clearly. A healthy brain creates a stronger life. Sometimes the best thing you can do is disconnect from the noise around you, because not every voice deserves space in your mind. Remember this carefully. If poison enters the body, it damages health. But if poison enters the mind, it damages reality itself. The human brain is the most powerful thing in the world, but also the easiest thing to destroy if left unprotected. Broken reality syndrome. The human brain is so powerful that it can create happiness or destroy reality completely. Today, many people are no longer living in peace. They are living inside pressure, fear, and overthinking. Slowly, their mind begins to change the way they see the world. A small problem feels like a disaster. One negative thought ruins the entire day. Fear becomes stronger than logic. This happens because the brain absorbs stress continuously without rest. Modern life never gives the mind silence. Phones, social media, bad news, fake lifestyles, and non-stop comparison keep attacking the brain every day. Scientists say long-term stress changes how the brain reacts to emotions. The nervous system stays active, the heartbeat increases, and the body remains in survival mode even when there is no real danger. That is why many people feel mentally exhausted for no clear reason. Their body is calm, but their thoughts never stop running. The scariest part is that people slowly accept this mental chaos as normal life. But a disturbed mind changes reality itself. It creates fear where there is peace. It creates pressure where there is none. A calm mind sees solutions. A broken mind sees problems everywhere. That is why protecting mental peace is more important than impressing people. Sometimes healing starts with simple things: silence, rest, deep sleep, less negativity, and time away from screens. Remember this carefully. When the brain loses peace, reality itself starts feeling broken, and the person who controls their mind controls their entire life. Overthinking trap. Overthinking is one of the most dangerous mental traps in modern life. At first it looks harmless. Just a few extra thoughts, a little worry, or replaying situations in your head. But slowly, the brain turns small problems into massive fears. A person starts imagining negative outcomes before anything even happens. One mistake repeats inside the mind for hours. Simple situations become mental pressure. Scientists say the brain cannot always tell the difference between real danger and imagined danger. That's why overthinking can increase stress, raise heartbeat, disturb sleep, and affect blood pressure. The scary part is that overthinking never solves problems. It only drains mental energy. Today, millions of people look calm outside, while secretly fighting endless thoughts inside their minds. Social media, pressure, fake competition, and fear of failure make the problem even worse. The brain becomes addicted to worrying. Even during peaceful moments, the mind keeps searching for problems. But a calm mind is more powerful than a busy mind. Sometimes the strongest thing a person can do is stop thinking about things they cannot control. Silence, deep breathing, proper sleep, and time away from negativity help the brain recover. Fear factory brain. The human brain has a dangerous habit. It creates fear even when no real danger exists. One negative thought enters the mind, and suddenly the brain starts building worst-case scenarios. A simple situation becomes a mental disaster. That is why many people today feel stressed, nervous, and mentally tired all the time. Their brain is constantly producing fear. Scientists say the brain is designed to protect humans from danger. But modern stress keeps this system active for too long. As a result, the mind stays trapped in survival mode. The heartbeat rises, sleep becomes weaker, focus disappears, and emotions become unstable. Even small problems begin feeling huge. Social media makes this even worse. People compare their lives, fear failure, and absorb negativity every day. Slowly, the brain becomes addicted to stress and overthinking. The scary part is that fear spreads silently. A person may smile outside while secretly fighting panic inside their own head. But fear grows only when the mind keeps feeding it attention. A peaceful brain thinks clearly. A fearful brain creates imaginary problems. That is why silence, rest, deep breathing, and time away from negativity are powerful for mental recovery. Remember this carefully. The brain can become a factory of fear or a source of strength. The difference depends on what you allow to live inside your mind every single day. Mind noise disorder. The modern world is full of noise, but the most dangerous noise is inside the human mind. Today, many people cannot stay alone with their thoughts for even a few minutes. Their brain is constantly running, thinking, worrying, comparing, and reacting without rest. This mental noise slowly destroys peace. A person may sit quietly outside, but inside their head there is endless pressure. Scientists say the brain needs recovery time to stay healthy, but modern life keeps the mind overloaded every second. Phones, notifications, fake lifestyles, stress, and non-stop information leave the brain exhausted. That is why people now lose focus quickly, become irritated easily, and feel mentally weak without understanding the reason. Too much mental noise also affects sleep and emotions. The brain stays active even at night, making the body feel tired the next day. The dangerous part is that people try to escape this pressure with more distraction instead of real peace. More scrolling, more noise, more stimulation. But silence is not emptiness. Silence is recovery for the brain. A calm mind makes smarter decisions. A noisy mind creates confusion and fear. Sometimes the strongest thing a person can do is disconnect from the world for a short time and reconnect with themselves. Remember this carefully. A broken mind does not always scream. Sometimes it only becomes louder inside. Emotional shutdown. Sometimes the human mind gets so tired that it stops reacting completely. A person laughs less, feels less, talks less, and slowly disconnects from emotions. Not because they are cold-hearted, but because their brain is exhausted. Modern life puts non-stop pressure on the human mind. Stress, fake happiness, fear of failure, social media, and emotional pain slowly overload the brain until it enters survival mode. Scientists say long-term stress can affect emotions, focus, sleep, and even the way people connect with others. The brain tries to protect itself by shutting down emotionally. That is why many people today say, "I feel empty," even when everything looks normal outside. The scary part is that emotional exhaustion happens silently. No one can always see the battle happening inside someone's head. A mentally tired person may stop enjoying things they once loved. Small conversations feel draining. Even peaceful moments feel heavy. But the human brain is not weak, it is overloaded. Recovery begins when the mind gets rest instead of constant pressure. Silence, proper sleep, deep breathing, less negativity, and real human connection help the brain heal slowly. Remember this carefully. Not every broken person cries loudly. Sometimes the most damaged minds are the quietest ones in the room. Digital brain damage. The human brain was never designed to handle non-stop digital stimulation. Every day, millions of people spend hours scrolling through screens without realizing what it is doing to their mind. Short videos, notifications, fake lifestyles, and endless information overload the brain every second. At first, it feels entertaining, but slowly, the brain loses focus, patience, and mental peace. Scientists say too much screen exposure increases stress and weakens attention span. The brain becomes addicted to constant stimulation, making silence feel uncomfortable. That is why many people now cannot stay away from their phone even for a few minutes. Their mind keeps searching for more noise, more content, more distraction. The dangerous part is that digital overload changes emotions too. People become impatient, emotionally tired, and mentally exhausted without understanding why. Real life starts feeling slower than social media, and the brain loses connection with reality. Sleep becomes weaker, thoughts become heavier. The mind stays active even when the body wants rest, but the brain can recover. Less screen time, more silence, proper sleep, and time in the real world help the mind heal naturally. Remember this carefully. Technology is powerful, but an uncontrolled screen can slowly control the human brain. The greatest addiction today is not always drugs or alcohol. Sometimes it is the screen people hold in their hands every single day. The silent collapse. The scariest thing about the human mind is this. It can break slowly without anyone noticing. No blood, no visible wounds, no warning signs. Just silent damage happening inside the brain every single day. Modern life has turned millions of minds into pressure machines. Fear, stress, fake success, loneliness, social media, and non-stop thinking are slowly destroying mental peace. People smile in public while secretly fighting chaos inside their head. They say, "I'm fine," while their mind is collapsing under invisible pressure. Scientists say the brain cannot stay under stress forever. When fear and pressure continue for too long, the nervous system becomes exhausted. Sleep weakens, emotions become unstable, and the mind starts losing balance. That is why small problems now create huge reactions. Humans are mentally overloaded. The dangerous part is that most people never stop to heal. They distract themselves instead. More scrolling, more noise, more fake entertainment. But silence scares people because silence forces them to face their real thoughts. A peaceful mind is now rare. The truth is, the greatest war today is not between countries. It is between humans and their own minds. And the people who learn to protect their mental peace become stronger than those who only chase success. Because a broken mind can destroy an entire life silently. Remember this carefully. The The brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. But if a person loses control of it, that same weapon can destroy them from the inside.